What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodgers baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. Today, we've got a new show coming your way called Dodgers Rewind, where we get you caught up on everything you need to know from this past week for your Los Angeles Dodgers and everything you need to look forward to for this coming week. You're going to find it right here on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel every Monday, and I want your takes down below in the comment section. Who is your player of the week? What was your grade for the Dodgers performance for this past week? And today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: should Matt Beaty get more playing time moving forward? What are your thoughts on the Hitman? Let me know down below in the comment section. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So we'll get into the latest news about Dustin May's injury in just a second, react to some comments from Mookie Betts and Dave Roberts and Matt Beaty. But first, it definitely wasn't the best week for your boys in blue. The defending champs go 2-5. They're now 17-12, a half game behind the Giants in the NL West, a half game behind having the best record in all of Major League Baseball. The Dodgers, they got up to a red-hot start, 13-2. Then the injury bug hit. Zach McKinstry went on the IL, and then the bats went ice cold. The Dodgers, they've lost 7 of their last 10 games. Before yesterday's win, they had lost 10 of their last 13. I mean, it was getting so bad, I was about to hit up Pedro Serrano and ask if we could borrow Jobu for the day.
Aquí está el cuerpo. Te daré mi devoción para siempre poderoso.
I mean, it was just a really strange week for the Dodgers. They end up averaging 5.57 runs per game, which is up from their season average of just over 5 runs per game. They outscored their opponents by a score of 39-26, and yet the Dodgers were only able to win 1 game in each of their series played this week. They dropped both series against the Reds and the Brewers, and a lot of people ask me, they say, hey, Doug, are the Dodgers struggling with runners in scoring position? Is that why they're in a funk right now and they're struggling to win games? Well, this past week, they were 20 for 65, hitting .307 with runners in scoring position. Yes, a lot of that came in the finale against the Brewers, where the Dodgers exploded for 16 runs. Now, for the year, they're hitting .251. That's good for 8th in Major League Baseball. Last season, they were hitting .291, which was good for 2nd. So, yes, there is a drop-off in that department, but the offense just needs to be a little more consistent as a whole, and it starts at the top. Mookie Betts, 6 for his last 26 with a home run. Corey Seager, 5 for his last 22 with a home run and a triple, 2 for his last 10. So once the top of the order starts to get it going, you're seeing the bottom of that order, guys like Chris Taylor, A.J. Pollock, Matt Beaty, they're getting it going. So I'm not concerned with this Dodgers offense, and you could definitely feel the frustration mounting in that Dodgers clubhouse. Here's Mookie Betts talking about that frustration after the Dodgers' extra innings loss to the Brewers on Saturday.
Yeah, obviously a little frustration. We understand it's a long season. We can get it back rolling, but we can't keep wasting time. I think it's kind of twofold. It is a long season, but also you have to be there for each and every game, and we haven't been lately.
So on a much more positive note, the Dodgers were able to salvage this series against the Brewers, taking the finale by a score of 16-4, just steamrolling the Brewers, and they hit 2 grand slams in the game. It was the Los Grand Slamulous Dodgers, first by A.J. Pollock. El Pollo went loco.
Pollock hits it to deep center field. Way back there, and grand slam!
So A.J. Pollock goes crazy against the Brew Crew. It was the first time a Dodger had 8 ribbies in a game since Adrian Gonzalez did against the Reds in 2016, and he was 1 shy of the franchise record set by Gil Hodges and James Loney, who both had 9 RBI games. And then the Dodgers weren't done yet. The Hitman was hitting yesterday. Matt Beaty hit his own grand slam to put the Dodgers up 9-0.
He golfs the first pitch to deep right. Garcia's back at the wall. It's gone! The second grand slam of the day!
So what a day for Matt Beaty. He goes 4 for 6, tallies 7 ribbies, and what a week for Matt Beaty. He's my player of the week. Matt Beaty went 8 for 16, had a home run, 11 RBIs, 3 walks, had a 1266 OPS, that 7 RBI game, and only 1 strikeout for Matt Beaty. He was reaching base all week long, and the Hitman is just doing what he does best. He's getting hits. He looks locked in at the plate. He's so much more comfortable than he was earlier in the year, and he's made made the most of his opportunity since getting called back up to the show. And after the game, Matt Beaty talked about where his confidence level is at since being called back up.
It's just confidence. At bats build up. You start to have more success. You get more confident. Feel good in the box. Feel comfortable. I've been seeing the ball pretty well since I got back from the alternate site. Just trying to slow things down, stay within myself, be the hitter that I am up there.
So give it up for Matt Beaty. He just killed it this week, and he's exactly what this Dodgers offense needs. Guys with great bat-to-ball skills. With Zach McKinstry out, having Matt Beaty in there is going to be big. Now for some who's hot, who's not. So who's hot? Chris Taylor. 8 for his last 23, a double and a triple. A.J. Pollock, 7 for his last 21, 3 home runs this past week for Pollo, 2 doubles, 10 RBIs, hit .333 for the week. And then JT, he's still hot. 7 for 23, a home run, 2 RBIs. You might want to see a little more slugging out of JT this week, hitting in the 3-hole. And then you got guys trending in the right direction like Will Smith, who's 4 for his last 11 with a double and a triple. Now, who's not? Max Muncy, 1 for his last 19, no extra base hits, 10 strikeouts, 7 walks. So we know he can get on base. We know he's Max Muncy. That on-base percentage is still very nice, but the Dodgers need him to start hitting if he's going to be hitting in the cleanup spot. Then you got Gavin Lux, 3 for his last 22 for a 136 average, 9 punch-outs, 2 walks. And then there's Edwin Rios. Edwin Rios has been going through it of late. You know I've been calling him Edwin Frios. You hate to see it. 1 for his last 30, 0 for 8 this week with 5 strikeouts. So Edwin Rios, unfortunately, has yet to get it going. I'm hoping he can snap out of this. They can start clicking into place with Edwin Rios, but unfortunately, it just isn't the case. Now, as far as the pitching staff goes, Clayton Kershaw, he had a great start. Another guy who played the stopper role for the Dodgers this week. He had 7 innings of scoreless ball, striking out 8, his 3rd scoreless start in his last 4 outings. So he's had a strong start to the year. But my pitcher of the week, I'm going to go with Julio Urias. Urias, 12 innings pitched, 4 runs, 16 strikeouts to 2 walks. But yesterday, he's another guy who was playing that stopper role, goes 7 innings strong, gives up 1 home run, the 1 earned run. But really, he did a nice job yesterday with that lead, just throwing strikes all day long. Now, as far as the Dodgers pitchers as a whole, Walker Buehler, he was cruising until he wasn't there, and he kind of got knocked around there late against the Reds. And then Dustin May, of course, he leaves early with the injury. But the Dodgers used 17 pitchers last week. You had guys like Alex Vesia making their debut. You had Edwin Rios making his debut. Guys getting called up like Mitchell White. Yesterday, we saw Mike Kickham. The Dodgers posted a 3.25 ERA from their pitchers, 70 strikeouts. So the Dodgers pitchers definitely had their ups and downs this week as well, with all the injuries starting to pile up for that bullpen. You had a lot of guys making their debuts. Edwin Rios, you saw Alex Vesia struggle to find that strike zone. Rios gave up some runs early on, gave up the 2 runs, gave up the home run. And then, of course, Mike Kickham didn't pitch very well. But all in all, I think Jimmy Nelson is getting more comfortable in his role. Blake Trinan, he was big this weekend as well. But this Dodgers pitching staff, they're going to carry this team, especially the starters. Now, for the funniest Dodgers moment of the week, I've got to go with the Dodgers security guards diving out of the way of a Chris Taylor double.
That is a bullet down the line and fair into the left field corner from Taylor. Smith read it well and is bolting around third. Dino holds him. Where to go? This ball just keeps.
So as far as the injuries, it looks like Cody Bellinger and Joe Kelly, they're close to being back. We could see Joe Kelly in the Anaheim series. Tony Gonsolin about 3 weeks away. It looks like they're building him up to be a starter. So that's what Dave Roberts talked about. He's doing mound work, throwing off the mound. And then, of course, Zach McKinstry is probably about 4 weeks away at this point. They did move Corey Knebel to the 60-day IL to bring in Mike Kickham. And then there's the big one, Dustin May. So Dustin May, he left the game after just 27 pitches against the Brewers. And Dave Roberts talked about D. May after the game.
He just felt that he felt kind of a shooting sensation, kind of, I don't know, some sort of shooting sensation through his arm on a curveball, one of those curveballs he threw in that McKinney at bat. And as far as updates, we're going to get an MRI when we get to Chicago. So remain hopeful, but won't know until we get that MRI.
So it doesn't sound very encouraging, but I'm not going to speculate. I'm just going to remain hopeful and wait for those MRIs. They're going to probably happen today in Chicago. We'll have the latest here at Dodgers Nation. But let me know down below in the comments. Give me your grades for the Dodgers this week. Should Matt Beaty see more playing time? What's your take on the current state of the Dodgers? What's your concern level right now on a scale of 1 to 10? Give me your takes down below in the comments section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. For all things Dodgers baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see more Dodgers content, smash that like button. Head over to DodgersNation.com. Got some great pieces right now from Brooks Smith, Daniel Palma, the gang over there, about Brandon Morrow probably not pitching this year, about Corey Seager's defensive decline, and Josiah Gray, and will the Dodgers use him this year? So head over to DodgersNation.com for all latest Dodgers news, and until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.